Good morning, millennials.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. It has been such a long break, maybe our longest ever.
Perhaps.
And it doesn't end here.
We're about to embark on our longest
Yeah.
break ever because we have just a crazy week coming up.
Oh my God, my head is heavy. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Actually, no.
It's spinning. Your head is heavy when you have a lot
sad.
on your mind.
Oh no, you have a heavy heart is when you're sad. No, I'm so fucking busy. My life is in shambles. I don't have a clean pair of underwear. I have to go to Target today to get new underwear because my life is in boxes.
Well, it's all very exciting. It's all happening, you guys, because after today's show, and today's going to be an incredible show because so much interesting news happened over the break.
It's like they knew we were on a break and they wanted to break all the news.
And they knew that like last week we were like grasping at straws, so they delivered.
Metal straws. It's not going to be long before we're not allowed to say that phrase.
Really?
Yeah, that's how fucking nuts the world we live in is.
It's so crazy, and it's such a joke. I hope that there's always still people who like consider the war on straws a joke.
Yeah, no. Hi, have we met?
So today's show's
I'm
gonna be
make
amazing.
a business card. Claudia Oshry, influencer, Peabody Award-winning morning show host, thinks the wars on straws is a joke.
Still uses plastic straws. What's so funny is that
we use paper cups.
At our place of work, they didn't get rid of plastic straws yet, but I saw in the bathroom door this morning that they are. But they got rid of plastic cups.
Because they probably still have stock, so they're not going to throw them away, you know?
Right, that would defeat the
directly
purpose.
into the ocean.
Right.
Oh my God, just like what was the last time we...
The last time we spoke, it was Thursday. It was right before
Labor Day weekend.
I was
in the Hamptons. Like, I legit have not been here in forever.
I've been here, and I haven't worn makeup since Friday. And
wow, I'm so jealous.
Which I think that's the longest I've ever gone in my life without wearing makeup. It felt really nice, but like, I look the same. You know, I thought my skin would be radiant, glowing, but it's like, I'm the same.
Did you drink a lot of water?
Seltzer, which counts.
Oh, I wanted to give an update because I told you that I think every room in TBG's house in the Hamptons is like a continent. It was.
It was a continent or a country?
Country, sorry. So me and Ben stayed at TBG's house in the Hamptons. We had such a good time. Like, honestly, I never get to spend good quality time with TBG because he's like the busiest person ever. Like, at best we get a night out together. But it was just nice, like, spending the day with him. And I just, like...
Did you learn anything new about him?
I mean, I just continue to be impressed by him. Like, he is the most impressive person.
I agree.
And I really just want to, like, I want to shove him in the face of our viewers. And I am because, like... I was just learning, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I was just like learning so much about him and his business. And like, I've never ceased to be amazed by how impressive he is.
Did you learn anything new about the credit card points world that we must know? Because a couple of the tips that he gave us back in February have changed my life.
Of course.
Delta shopping.
I know. No, I know. Sapphire, like, paid for my flight to Utah in a few months.
Sapphire's cool, but like now it's like, that's
everyone
just
has
regular.
It. So I think that TPG, I don't know this for sure, I'm just like making it up from honestly what I saw from his Instagram stories. I believe that he is developing an even bigger partnership with Chase to come up with like even more ways to help millennials save. That's what I think.
Wow. I'm a millennial and I need to be saved.
So
I am so millennial this morning with my top. Toasty as hell.
You are. It's
because
very
we're going
toasty.
to Camp Toast.
I brought my toasty romper too. I stayed in Tokyo, which was like so Tokyo. There was like crazy wallpaper, the big map of Tokyo.
Was it Kauai?
It was Kauai, yeah. It was very Tokyo.
Wow.
And there was London. There's a loft. I forget what country that was. It was just epic.
We got to take the toast to Tokyo for actual
real.
Tokyo.
Also, today's a very special day because we have someone who took out a personal ad on the show, and that's never happened before. But literally, someone took out a billboard, not the billboard.
This is Billboard Dad.
Yeah. So we have a message that we need to deliver because we are a personal ad right now from Jesse Crooks, which is just a tough last name, you know, but whatever. And it's to Amanda Cooks, his wife. I don't think you know this yet, but it's your anniversary. Oh, wait, we should get this right.
Read the message verbatim, because it's confusing, and that's why Jesse wanted us to deliver the message.
I have an idea to surprise my wife for our 1-year anniversary. She's really the greatest thing that has ever happened to me, and I couldn't think of a better way of surprising her than to have you two ladies break the news to her. Last year on September 1st, we tied the knot, and a few days later, we went to Jamaica for our honeymoon. Little did my wife know that I had planned a surprise after our Jamaica vacation, and I had planned on us going to Disney World for a few days. I had everything planned from dining with Disney characters to the park hopper passes, whatever. I don't know. Unfortunately, my surprise wasn't able to happen because of the Hurricane Irma. Oh shit. Just days before I should have read this before I didn't read it. Just days before we were going to leave for Orlando, I got an email saying that our flight was canceled. I was so disappointed because I'd put so much time into planning this and then it was canceled. So Jackie and Claudia, I'm wondering if it wouldn't be too much to ask you to read this email on your Wednesday morning show, the #1 morning show. Be very in tune with what's necessary, Jesse, because on Thursday morning, tomorrow, Amanda, you're going to Disney. Oh my God, what do they say in the Super Bowl?
You're going to Disney?
No,
I'm going.
So wait, what's next?
I'm going to Disney World.
Dash Amanda.
Wow, that's so exciting. Congratulations, Amanda, on your trip to Disney.
I'm kind of jealous, except we're going to Camp Toast, so like I'm not jealous. By the way, poor planning, Jesse. If you say you're a toaster, why would you take your wife away on Camp Toast weekend?
Totally. It's not like it's your anniversary or anything. Anyway, speaking of Camp Toast, this is how shit's gonna go down next week. After the show today, we embark on Camp Toast. It's gonna be like just an amazing road trip.
Make sure you're following the Morning Show's Instagram because we will be storying all day. Just lots of premium content.
Hashtag Camp Toast all weekend. Now, we will be doing the Morning Toast live from Camp Toast in the rec hall for our toasters, and we will be recording those episodes for our Patreon channel. So if you are really missing the toast, patreon.com/themorningtoast, and it'll all be there for you. So, and then when we get back from Camp Toast, it is Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish
Start
New
of the
Year.
new year.
And I'm just so excited. I was actually thinking last night, like, this is a new year, and like, how did my year go? I was thinking, like...
It's just weird that there's like 2 New Years, because like there's the real New Year's and then there's Rosh Hashanah. But this is more like a spiritual New Year.
Yes, and like...
You're forgiven for, you're atoned for
you
all
think
your
about,
sins.
Like, I feel like for the January 1st New Year's, I think about like what I want to do better in my life.
Like health-wise, really.
Yeah, more like material,
Self-care.
tangible things. But this
Rosh
Hashanah, I'm like, I think about like how I want to be a better person
Totally.
on the inside out. And like what are...
because it goes from Rosh Hashanah, which means in Hebrew, head of the year, so like the start of the year, and then a week later is Yom Kippur, which is like the saddest day. It's
The Day of Atonement.
So it's like you're really supposed to just like repent for your sins. I feel like repent is not a Jewish word.
It's a word.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's automatically like a Christian word.
I just feel like, I was saying this in my story yesterday, you know, it's all for the greater good. So if it's their word, I'm sure
Totally.
they wouldn't
I couldn't
mind us
agree more.
borrowing it.
And by the way, not really borrowing because we were first, but whatever. I'm not going to go
We're not
into
going to
that.
split hairs.
Yeah. So then it's like you start this new year and then you just like repent the shit out of yourself and then you really start brand new.
And
I
God
think it's-
forgives you for your sins that you committed in last year, so you have a totally clean slate.
Unless you like murdered someone, then I think he's done with you.
And
But-
unless you're not actually sorry.
yeah, oh, that's true. Like Justin Bieber.
So anyways, I'm taking a good look at myself on the inside this
Yeah.
year.
What do you want to fix?
Well, I actually was thinking, like, I feel like on the inside, I had a good year. I think I like who I am, but I
Okay.
definitely think I could always improve.
Yeah.
You know?
Would you like a note?
Sure.
You know what I think? I mean, I know you, so like, I know that you're a nice person, but you give off an unfriendly vibe. Not that you are unfriendly, but like, you're a little scary.
But to who? Like,
Just strangers, like, you know, like anybody, you know?
Well-
Like, you are, like, when you open up, you're like a sweetheart and you're like a gem, but like, nobody knows because you're like a little scary on your shell.
you know what I think? It's like I want to be scarier because because it's like I feel like I'm always getting pushed around. Like I feel like people are always taking advantage
Nice
of
guys
me.
finish last.
Nice guys finish last, and it's like I feel like I put up with so much. Like I never complain. Like, and I want to be even scarier, and I don't think that reflects like
Okay.
but I feel like I don't want to be pushed around as much as I am. Like I need to like be more aggressive. That's the word.
Done. I think what I want to fix is I really need to stop talking shit about people. And like I always say that, but
Lashon
like
hara.
Lashon hara, lamed hey, go to hell the easy way. Like that's what they say. I just like I find myself saying like some terrible things about people behind their backs, and I'm like, and every now and then like me and Abe, my friend Abe, were at a wedding, and I like whispered something, and he was like, "That is so mean," and I was like, "It is." And then I listened to it, I'm like, oh my God. It was like such a mean thing to say. And like, I really just want to stop. Like, cause now people talk shit about me all the time, like on the internet, and like, I happen to read it. And like, it's mean and it's hurtful. And I can just imagine, like, it's just not nice. And I really do want to stop.
I have
I'll
a
try.
question for you. So yeah, Lashon hara we know is a sin, but like sometimes I have really mean thoughts, and I don't say them. But does that make me a bad person?
No, if you don't say them. When we wrap, I will tell you this thing that I said to Abe, and he was floored. And I guess I'm just like so conditioned to myself being such a bitch that like, it's not good. It took a nice person to like realize, he was like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I said after. It was so mean.
But did you know it was mean when you said it, or like him saying
Well,
it?
here's the thing. I was just like, you know when you're people watching? And
Yeah.
we were like at a wedding with people that we knew.
Oh.
And I just said something about this couple, and by the way, it's so true and so funny, and like in a really mean like stand-up show, it would be hysterical. But like Abe was like,
Yeah. But then sometimes, like, I say something that I don't mean as mean whatsoever. Like, I think it's totally benign, and then someone interprets it as mean. Like what I said to Margot the other day.
what'd you say?
Like when we were talking about pranks.
Oh, how your whole life is a prank.
And Claudia and her friend were pranking people like a week ago. And Margot didn't get a prank phone call because she like had his number. By
Yeah.
the way, I did have his number, so that doesn't count. But anyways, then I said to Margot, like, you didn't get pranked because your whole life is a prank. Like, I feel like we're always pranking you is how I meant it.
But she really basically was like, your life is a joke.
That's
and you
not
don't take
what
it
I meant,
seriously.
though.
That's how I took it.
Right, but so I'm sorry that you interpreted it that way, but that wasn't the sentiment.
No, of course not, of course not. I mean, but that's not something you need to fix because that's just other people misunderstanding
Maybe
you.
I just need to work on the way I communicate.
Your
then.
communication, yeah. Wait, also, we have to talk about one more thing before we wrap. Because there's
Before we wrap,
before we start.
We haven't even started.
There's a video going viral of a girl at the US Open dipping her chicken fingers in her soda. And my friend Alexa sent it to me in the DMs, and I was like, oh my God, LOL, ew. And she goes, no, Claudia, that's me. And I'm like, what? So go back to the video, it was on Barstool, it had 2 million views. This was like really early on. And fucking Alexa is at the US Open with her nephews. Our friend Alexa Greenfield, she is dipping her fucking chicken finger in her fountain soda. And I was like, what? And then once I saw the video, it's everywhere.
No, it's so
oh my God,
crazy.
it's everywhere. Barstool like uncovered who she was, and she's like so pretty and so skinny, and they're like, she's a smoke show, you know, bro. And she's like doing interviews ever. She's gonna be on ESPN today.
That's amazing. Good for her.
Good for her. She said that like she doesn't do like it's something she used to do when she was a kid, and she like doesn't really do it ever. But she was with her nephews, and she like was playing with them, and she like was playing a prank on them almost, and she was like, "Look what I'm doing!" And they literally caught it on camera.
Who videoed it though?
A cameraman. Like I've been watching the U.S.
Oh,
Open
like
a lot.
someone from the
It was
US
on
Open.
it was on TV.
Got it. Okay.
They
I
just-
thought maybe like a Barstool fan was like, "Whoa, this chick is wild."
Like between takes, they like show people at the U.S. Open like eating food, and they just happened to have gotten her at the worst possible moment, and it's so funny. I can't believe how much is blowing up. We
No, I
know
know.
her.
We know her well, and I feel like I love stories like that, like benign stories that go viral. It's the Mason Ramsey of it all.
Mm-hmm. And like so far, there's no negativity, even though people are saying she's a serial killer and that they want to call the police. But that's just funny. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's hysterical.
I feel like she's getting both positive and like
Yeah.
mean comments, but
no,
like
but because she's like a girl who's like skinny and pretty, like everyone's being nice to her.
yeah, it's like once they find out who she is, it's epic.
Yeah.
It makes it even better that she's like so hot. It's like
Yeah.
not just crazy people
Totally.
dip their chicken fingers in
It's
their
so
soda.
disgusting. I was like, when she told me, I'm like, what? I was like, why? Like, ew. The video is honestly fucking epic.
Totally. Okay, also, not only do we have all the stories that you need to know this morning, we have Bibiana from
Oh, right.
the
Oh my
Bachelor
God.
franchise.
That's why we have to rush.
Joining
Sorry.
us later, and I'm so goddamn excited. You guys left amazing questions. I have so many questions for her. Like,
I've met her, but we were drunk, and now I really want to talk to her.
yeah, we have to hop to it.
And I also need to talk to her about Lauren S.
What do you need to ask her?
Because they were together at the Super Bowl, and like,
Yeah.
what is she up to?
I feel like she went back to normal life. I feel like she has a boyfriend. She has
She has
a
a good
job
job,
that
yeah.
she never left for the show. And all seems to be going right with her and her Gucci sneakers.
Okay.
Without further ado, here are the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast and get on the bus to Camp Toast. Okay, first story that is just shaking the world to its core. The next Bachelor, Colton Underwood.
Okay. There's so many Coltons, and every time I say Colton Haynes.
Same.
So and I feel like that name wasn't popular literally until a minute ago.
And by the way, there are so many Underwoods. Carrie Underwood,
Right.
Frank Underwood.
Yeah. But I've been doing this a lot lately, and I know it's like a religious thing, and like it's kind of sacrilegious for me to be doing it because I'm not Catholic, but like it's more of like a comedic tool.
I agree. And if you don't do if you go the wrong way, then it doesn't count.
What's the wrong way?
Like, I think it's top, down, left, right. So go
that's
top,
what I
down,
do.
right, left.
No, but it's just like, I don't know, it can't count. I'm not doing it. I'm just like, it's just funny sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so Colton is our Bachelor. They announced it on GMA, and right before they announced it on GMA, they had a silhouette of a man. Silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? Wait, oh my God, sorry, I have to say one more thing about
Okay.
TBG's.
Okay.
So TBG's friend John was there, who's like the most epic person. Have you met him? Like, you would love him. And he works on Broadway. Like, he works for the Broadway's union. I forget what the name is. But he's like he just loves Broadway. And so like, him and I were just like living show. Like, I was singing show tunes the whole weekend.
That's a great
Beauty
weekend.
and the Beast. Like, be our guest in the pool. So epic. Sorry, I just wanted to share that with you.
Oh,
So what?
that was it.
Yeah. So GMA, they put the silhouette of the
We've
person.
never had such a short
conversation.
tangent before.
So they had like they weren't revealing it yet. They just had the black like cutout of the person. And I just want to say something. Colton Haynes. Oh no, Colton Underwood has no neck.
No, he's a no-neck
He's
monster.
a no-neck monster. When
Okay.
we were younger, we like all had posture problems, and we would call each other no-neck monsters.
And Franklin the turtle.
Yeah, no, and yeah. Arthur the turtle.
Franklin.
Who's Arthur?
Arthur is
with the ears. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fist. Anyways, Colton is the Bachelor, and if you follow me on Instagram, which you absolutely should, you know that I am here for it for a number of reasons.
You are in the minority.
I am in the minority.
The world is like up in arms.
The toasters
are insane.
Are not, well, I'm worried about them. I'm worried about the group, and it's like there are the toasters who like are just talking about it all the time, and then there are the toasters who are like don't want to talk about it, and it's like, you guys, we can't let Colton break us apart. Like we can't let a man come in and destroy us.
That's the first rule of girl code.
Totally. But I just feel like, first of all, whoever the Bachelor is ever, it's like not really a big deal.
And it's always it hasn't not been a disappointment for people since Ben Higgins. Like it's always a disappointment.
And they are just trying to keep up with the times and stay relevant, young, and current. And I think Colton checks a lot of boxes for them.
Me too.
E! News did like a think piece about how he's like middle America, heartland.
Heartthrob. He's the heartland heartthrob.
Yeah, and he'll cater to that demographic. Also, he's really young, so we're going to get a young batch of girls.
We're going to get Corinne, Raven, Alexis vibes.
We're going to get Lauren, Amanda vibes, because Ben Higgins was 26 too when he went on The Bachelor, and I'm here for that. And I also just want to say, like, when Colton went on Becca's season, like, he was such a catch. Like, yes, now being on the show, he has, like, made
Not
himself...
even being on the show, being on Paradise, like, ruined him, and he never should have gone.
But, like, he is a decent guy. Like, mind you, he was in the NFL, and everyone's like, oh my God, he never left the bench. Like, I don't care. Once you're in the NFL, like, you are an NFL player. It's like, Cinch is watching Friday Night Lights, and I watch, and, like, none of those players made it to the NFL. They could barely make it to college football. So good for Colton. He's actually a catch. Like, I could see why all these women in America would be lining up to date him.
Yeah, no, totally. It's like Jesse Palmer era.
Nick Viall had no job, was 35, was just like a failed reality star.
That's not a bachelor. Like a bachelor is someone who is like desired.
Right. The first Bachelor ever was like Alex Michel. He was like a French businessman.
Perfect.
And it's like, yeah, we want some level of like, I'm striving to date you.
No, there hasn't been a bachelor who is like fancy rich man in so long that like Colton checks those boxes. I think what people are annoyed about, which I think is like fucked up, is the virgin thing. And it's not so much that he's a virgin, it's more so like that it's just gonna be talked about nonstop. And that is annoying.
That is annoying.
Because they beat any good thing to a pulp. But I just think it's like, I don't even believe that he is a virgin, but I just think it's like so sweet because there have been virgins in the past, but it's mostly girls like Becca Tilley, Ashley I, Emily Maynard Johnson, the greatest woman we ever met.
Not a virgin.
Oh, just didn't want to have sex with, sorry.
Had a kid.
Oh, she had a baby, yeah. No, she wasn't interested in Brad Womack, which totally understandable. She was also like a nice girl. I love how like in the entire history of The Bachelor, there was only one girl who openly was like, I'm not gonna have sex with you, we just met. And like, she was like a rarity, like LOL. That's just so indicative of how depraved our society is. But I don't know, it's like nice. And also it's not like he's 50, he's 24. Like, okay, is it a little odd? Yes. But it's fine, it's nice, I'm here for it. Like, it's fine. I'm just not here for them talking about it all the time.
The only thing
But
that
you know
I'll say
what? I'm
is
gonna
like,
watch now.
I don't think he has like so much relationship experience, meaning, so I don't know that he's ready for marriage, but like no one who goes on that show is necessarily there to actually get married, so
yeah,
I'm okay with that. And also, as we learned from Raven on the Toast,
he's like Sean Lowe.
Not all 3 women sleep with the Bachelor. Not even the
Both
runner-up sleeps with the Bachelor.
Yeah, I think that Raven did not. Raven came in second, and she admitted here exclusively on the Toast that she did not have sex with Nick Viall.
Rachel Lindsay did not have sex with Nick Viall.
With Nick Viall. Also, I know that Kayla Quinn did not have sex with Ben Higgins, but I do believe that Lauren and JoJo both did because they both really thought they were going to win.
Right, so it's not like a prerequisite for all fantasy suite dates, and I just don't think it's a big deal.
Someone
and
raised
Sean
a good
Lowe
point.
was a born-again virgin. Everyone's like, to stop calling him a virgin. He like had a, Yom Kippur moment.
Yeah, a
and he was a born-again virgin, but he didn't sleep with the girls on his season either, and he had one of the best seasons and has one of the best relationships out of the show.
Totally.
So I think it's a recipe for success.
I just think what is concerning is I can't really read Colton yet, and Paradise really ruined him. It's just like a lot of Colton in such a short amount of time because it's going to be directly on Becca's season where he was very tolerable and a catch to Paradise where I literally found his presence irritating, and now it's like even more, and it's enough.
I don't think Colton did anything wrong on Paradise. The only thing he was a victim of was overexposure. He did everything right. He was honest with Tia about his feelings to a fault. Like any other guy would have just taken her rose and kept going and then broken up with her after the show. Like he really wore his heart on his sleeve, and like I don't think he did anything wrong. The only thing about him really that raises a red flag for me out of everything is the Aly Raisman situation. Him saying he never brought a girl home when Aly Raisman is there in a onesie, and Nastia coming on this show and like not being into Colton.
What did she say?
We were like, Colton, and also Sean Johnson's husband set up Aly and Colton because they were on an NFL team together.
This sounds familiar. My dementia's kicking
Yeah,
in.
remember
I think
like when
that you
Aly
told me
Raisman
this.
was like at the top of
Yeah.
the world, Colton Underwood made a video asking her out on a date. And she wound up going, because he was teammates with Sean Johnson's now husband.
Right.
And she wound up going on the date, and they wound up dating for a while, and it was really cute.
Uh-huh.
But Nastia like wasn't into him.
No,
and I think Sean regrets setting them up.
Also,
so
I
that's
just think Aly Raisman is like a species of human being that's like above anyone on this planet. She's not good enough. Like, there's nobody good enough for her.
I agree.
She's just like her.
Right.
Her and Judge Aquilina are perfect for each other.
And I'm sure maybe.
Didn't you tell me that Aly Raisman like wrote a book and wrote a whole thing about
Colton?
No, I didn't tell you that.
Am I making that up? I feel like maybe it's Andy Dorfman, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Margot, it's definitely Andy Dorfman.
I don't think Aly Raisman wrote a book.
Wrote a book.
Can you Google it?
Yes.
No, it's just like, it's a lot of Colton in such a short amount of time, and that's the one thing I'm struggling with, but this is getting me excited. Like, I haven't been excited to watch The Bachelor since, like, Rachel Lindsay's season.
Yeah.
Like, I have a newly reinvigorated interest, because, like, really the last time I was excited to watch was Rachel Lindsay. Because A, it was a historic moment. B, we love Rachel Lindsay. We fell in love with her and her shorts in New Orleans. And C, it was just like a great time to be alive. But ever since then, I just have like literally no interest.
Definitely. And I just want you guys to all know, like they scourge the depths of the earth to find a bachelor, and they don't rule out any option. So Nick Viall could have been our bachelor. So let's just be glad that it's
and
Colton.
where was this national outrage when Nick Viall? Like this is not a worthy cause to be outraged about. Like, at the end of the day, he's a nice guy who really didn't do anything wrong.
He
He's
came
just,
in number 4 in
He's just
Becca's
like a little
season.
annoying. Okay, fine, I'll give you that. And he doesn't have a neck. But like, what is with this outrage? Like, let's reserve this outrage for so many other things, like the Nick Viall of it all.
I completely
I don't
agree.
remember the world being this up in arms when Nick Viall was named Bachelor. I don't.
No, just us. And so, you know what? You guys weren't there for us, and now we're not going to be there for you and support your outrage.
No, I'm just like, this is the thing. It's like Bachelor production conditioned us to hate Colton, and then is now shoving Colton down our throats. It's like, so I've said this before, and I've said this. I am so firmly against believing what Bachelor producers want me to believe. They wanted us to hate Jordan. I don't mind him. He's a nice guy. He's like a little weird, whatever. They wanted us to hate Crystal. I'm here for her. They wanted us to hate Ari and Lauren. No, I'm in love with them. They're the most real couple ever. They have a fucking wedding date. They're getting married before you. Like, they are real. Like, I'm sorry. I'm done listening to what Mike Fleiss wants me to feel. Do you know what I mean?
No, I totally agree. And it's like they want me to like certain people. And it's like, why don't you show that Chris is an
I was just going to say
animal?
that. They want us to like Chris. They want us to like Eddie from Friends, Chandler's roommate, who likes to dry fruit on the stove.
And he's an animal. And the way that he spoke about the women and cheated on Tia and spoke about even Crystal before they started dating, like, where's the outrage on that, you guys? You're focused on all the wrong things. Get your priorities in order.
I couldn't agree more. Why are you smiling like that, Margot?
That was right.
You were right?
Feel better.
So Aly Raisman wrote a book about Colton.
She wrote a book about her life, and this was when she was dating Colton. She said that he was really mean and rude to her, and recalled a situation when she came all the way to visit him, and he.
Oh, Margot, you're not wearing a mic.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Sorry, start again.
Hi, sorry, it's me.
Wow. Amateur hour on the snitch cam.
She wrote in her book about when she was with Colton, and she went to visit him, and she said, quote unquote, he said, "You haven't done anything today, so we're going to listen to this sports radio station and want to hear everything that they have to say about me." I sat silently for the rest of the car ride. I couldn't wait to get out. I felt embarrassed, but also angry that I had traveled to see someone who treated me so disrespectfully.
Holy shit. Say it again a little bit slower. What exactly did
He
he
said,
say to
"You
her?
haven't done anything today. I want to listen to what this sports radio show has to say about me." What does one thing have to do with the other?
No,
I think they were in the
Also,
car.
if they're competing on like who has accomplished more in their careers, like LOL.
Also,
Right.
a sports radio station is going to be talking about Aly Raisman also.
Yeah, and probably more.
Yeah.
I don't know. That story I don't understand it.
No, that's a weird special anecdote.
Well, it's an excerpt.
It's an
so I'm
excerpt.
sure there's
Right,
a whole story
and
in
also,
it.
like, if in their whole relationship, that's the word. Like, I
Also-
mean, everything, and relationships have to be taken with a grain of salt. Like, you're always going to, like, talk
biased.
negatively about your ex because it didn't work out.
And once you're in a relationship, like, you can say things, and like, not that any like being mean to someone is correct, but like, I've said some really fucking mean things to Ben. Like,
No, if you
last
took-
night I unplugged the modem while he was doing his DraftKings.
Wow.
Oh my God. I was on the phone with Spectrum. I'm like slaving, sweating, trying to get this house together while he's fucking doing his draft with Zach. And I'm like, are you for real? Like, and so I had to unplug it for 2 seconds. I'm like, put on a hotspot. Like, and I just went off and like, that's just what
If
happens.
you took one of those sentences out of context, it's not good. It doesn't look good. I'm not going to lie.
No, Olivia and Zach were there, and then they were like, holy shit, Claudia, relax. But it was just like, I was sweating so much,
Yes.
slaving over my new home, and he's like in the corner playing games.
I understand.
I'm on the fucking phone with Spectrum.
I want to say 2 other things about Colton that proved to me that he's like not the worst guy ever. First of all, when they're sitting around with the guys in the groups and they're having those guy chats forcing them to talk about cheese, like Colton is like in with the guys. Like they like him, he's cool. And his closest friend on Paradise seemed to be Kevin, who is the coolest guy of all time, and I'm in love with him.
Me too.
Any friend, like whoever Kevin chooses to be friends with is good in my book.
Kevin is the moral compass. So whoever he gravitates towards, we do as well.
And Colton never talked shit about the other guys on the show. He never got in fights with the other guys on the show. Like, he stayed above the drama. People seem to like him. The guys seem to like him. I think Bibiana really likes him. She gave him her final rose.
We'll get all the scoop from Biebs.
Right. So he's good in my book, and I'm excited about this.
Yeah, me too.
And everyone needs to calm down.
Everyone needs to seriously calm the fuck down.
And Snitch, you need to get your application in because, like,
Yeah,
the
they start
deadline-
filming next week.
The deadline's coming up.
It's not gonna happen, guys.
Why?
They would chew me up and spit me out.
I know.
They would.
Your boobs look huge today.
Thank you.
In a good way.
Perfect for The Bachelor.
Yeah. They love a big breasted, big titty
And you
woman.
would crush it in Paradise if it
I
didn't
know.
work out.
I would go so I could make it to
Honestly, the
Paradise.
only thing that you wouldn't crush in Paradise is the hair. Because you have so much hair.
No, I
But
would
she
just
has
do, I would do the
amazing
Tia,
hair.
the bun.
The bun, yeah.
Also, I just want to say shout out to Tia because, like, when she was leaving Paradise, it was like they clearly had been on the beach for like 12 hours. Her hair's in a bun. She gets in the car in her bathing suit, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
In her bun and like absolutely no makeup. And she is so pretty and so confident. Like she didn't even care. And I just think that's so cool.
It's just so funny because every time there's a Bachelor who comes from the season before on The Bachelorette, they like can't stop talking about The Bachelorette. I don't think Colton's going to be talking about Becca the whole season. He's going to be talking about Tia.
I think he'll be talking about both because he came into Paradise like still so hung up on
Yeah.
Becca.
Becca, like, I really was not here for the selection, but like now I really like her.
I really like
She's
her.
so skinny.
She's like made a great life for herself. She seems so happy.
Yeah, no, that's what I love when like people hate The Bachelor and Bachelorette, but then like they couldn't care less because they're so happy. Brian and Rachel, like everyone, the way they made it seem was that Rachel took a consolation prize and that Peter was like the man who was the one that got away, and like she couldn't have cared less. That was so far from the truth, and they are so happy, and like they're really getting married.
And JoJo and Jordan.
Yeah.
And that happiness is like infectious, and you can't help but be happy for them. So I'm so here for Becca and Garrett.
Also, before we move on, because we must, I need to make an announcement because I was told explicitly to announce that Lauren Bushnell is not dating that guy.
Ooh.
Yeah, she texted me because she saw the video on the toast.
So it was just like a fun project.
Yeah, she's in a music video.
fun secret
She's a music
project?
video girl. Cami Mendez, everyone's doing it.
That is like such
dream.
a fun thing. And they like filmed it in the Bahamas. It looked like they were all having fun.
She said I was on vacation with all my friends, like the Fergie twins were there. They were having the best time, and she's like a beautiful blonde girl. I'm sure he didn't have to pay her.
and she like loves country music.
they're really good friends.
It is a dream.
They're not dating.
Good for her.
Okay.
I want her to date Brett Eldridge.
Okay, so me and Margot have been trying to set her up with Brett Eldridge. Like, we don't really know him. Becca Tilley knows him. So, like, I told her to ask Becca Tilley. But I said, like, now that you're in, like, the country scene, like, you're one step closer to Brett Eldridge. And she's fully on board.
Oh, thank God. Wow, that would be amazing. Also, still down for her and Ben Higgins to get back together.
Me too.
If that door is still open.
It's not, but me too.
It's definitely not,
No, like, not at all.
but I'm down.
Me too.
Okay, next story in just like the greatest news of all time. Vanderpump Rules, Lala Ken is engaged to her boyfriend, Randall Emmett, and they are so fucking cute and legitimate.
And they took a trip to Vegas afterwards, which is just like, they're so rich.
They were in Cabo when they got engaged and like looking so happy and fierce and like in People magazine.
Fireworks.
And like everything was just like,
Her ring is absolutely enormous. Not my style at all, but beautiful nonetheless.
I've never seen a ring like it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't
Round
like it.
with the halo.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I like it for her, and like she can really do absolutely
No
no
wrong.
wrong. And then they went to Vegas to party with the Vanderpump Rules crew.
Well, who was there? Tom and Katie were there. Jax and Brittany were there. Tom Sandoval was there. I don't believe Ariana was there.
yeah, people are like saying stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see it all unfold. But like honestly, the dynamic is so shifted now that like it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if they're still filming this season because usually they wrap in August, but I hope that they have this. Like
Me too.
Her trajectory of going from like a mistress, side piece,
Hostess.
lying cheater,
She went on a yacht. She was a yacht girl.
yeah, to having her boyfriend end his marriage, which like that never happens for the side piece, and then getting him to propose to her. It's like they are so legitimate. And I'm so happy for her.
I'm so happy for her. I love her. When we met her, she literally couldn't have been a nicer, more like empathetic, cool human being. I just think that like this is all so weird now because, to be honest, like they were, with the exception of Sheena, like they were all like so mean to her in the beginning, and they did not give her a chance. And like now they're all like thirsty for her and like taking the jet to Vegas. And it's just like, remember Jax like really tried to hook up with her even when he was dating Britney, and then he lied and made her look crazy, and they all took Jax's side. And like now Jax is taking her boyfriend's plane home from Vegas. Like the dynamic for me is too weird and too fake.
I mean, that's the show though. Like Kristen slept with her
Right.
best friend's
but
boyfriend.
Lala seems to be like so like above it in the sense that like she doesn't care about any of the shit. Like she really is like she knows who's there for her, and that's why she's like been friends with James for so long, even though he was like such a fucker to her, but now she's like done with him. But like she really cares more about like the loyalty and the friendship than the other girls who just care about the show.
Yeah, but I think she also recognizes that it's a show. So like if someone's talking shit about her, I don't think that that's like a cardinal sin for her, because that's like the nature of the show.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, the dynamic is weird. Also, like, Randall Emmett, who, like, hangs out with Martin Scorsese, like, going to a club with Tom Sandoval, is weird.
But Martin Scorsese is
Watches
a fan of
Vanderpump
Rules, so it all comes full circle.
It's like her time on the show is really running out because you can only be, like, a status of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills while on Vanderpump Rules for so long.
It's the same for a lot of the other cast members. Like, Stassi is so successful, and to pretend like she's just, like, trying to get a job being Lisa's party planner,
Totally.
like, they need to...
Yes, but Lala, this is another level. This is not Stassi level, but yes.
But it's a problem with the show.
Yeah, the Stassi
general.
thing like makes no sense. She's not a party planner. Her podcast is so successful. She's an influencer. She's a Revolve girl. She's fine.
Right. She could just like sit on her butt and record podcasts and like live the life for Aly.
But like Lala's like this may break the mold.
Now.
This Lala thing.
And it will. I'm so excited to see where it goes, and I'm just so happy for her. She's had a rough year.
No, she's had not even a rough year. She's had a rough like time on the show.
But it's all paid off. Like, and that's why I feel like if you're just a good, cool person, like everything like comes to light.
I couldn't agree more. Also, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my god, my brain is like really. And I feel like this is now becoming a popular theory, and I think it's really important that everyone knows that I came up with it because like now everyone's saying it, but like I've said at the reunion that like she really is like going to elevate into a housewife of Beverly Hills, and this just even furthers that. And now everyone's saying it, but I think it's important that you know that I came up with that theory like a couple months ago.
I think they'll squeeze out her time on Vanderpump Rules like until she gets married, but then after that, I think we have at least one or two more years with her on Vanderpump Rules.
But no, like her being in Cannes at like the Gaudi whatever with John Travolta, like she is no waitress, you know?
No. Oh my God, I'm so happy for her. And she
I'm her number one fan.
Looks so happy with her brown hair.
Brown hair. You know, I like the blonde better. This is a different look, but she can do no wrong.
I'm excited to see how it looks on the show because she always looks amazing on the show.
Yeah.
Anyways, just great news. Okay, this next story, I only found out about last night from the Snitch.
Oh my God, I see your iPad. Is it the Trader Joe's thing?
It's the Trader Joe's
I'm
Cosby Show
about
thing.
it.
I'm so upset about it. Cosby Show actor responds to Tyler Perry's job offer. So the phone has been ringing off the hook for actor Jeffrey Owens since he was publicly shamed for working at Trader Joe's. Quote, it's been nonstop contact, emails and phone calls and texts and interviews, Owens, 57, explained on Wednesday in a follow-up interview with Good Morning America.
So wait, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, so...
Because Paychecks is not doing a good job. A photo went viral of, what's his name?
Jeffrey Owens.
Who had a pivotal role as one of the older kids on The Cosby Show. A picture went viral of him. He now works at Trader Joe's, and he was bagging groceries for someone, and someone took a picture of it, and like it went viral that like making fun of him for like once being on a famous show and now like working a real job.
Job shaming him.
And like it went so viral, and then in a negative way, but it immediately took a turn where like everyone was praising him for being like a true artist. Like, and that's what Tyler Perry said. Tyler Perry's response was so true. He's like, that's the telltale sign of like a true artist. Like, you're not always going to be making money doing what you love, so you have to hustle on the side. And then Tyler Perry offered him a job. And this guy got to go on GMA. He said, literally, everyone has been calling me, but he's like, I don't want to get work that way. Like, I want someone to, he's like, I'm happy to get an audition from this process, but like, I don't want to get a job as an actor just because like everyone feels bad for me now.
But they've seen his acting
chops.
obviously.
Obviously.
Tyler Perry said, quote, I have tremendous respect for a man who has no pride about working. He's going to do what he has to do to support his family, Perry said. I know a lot of people that refuse to go to work when they're between acting gigs. When I saw that, I was moved by him. That's the true measure of a man, the true measure of an artist. I have so much respect for him.
Me too. That was like the perfect response. I didn't even know like how I felt until Tyler Perry said it for me.
Right. And I think what people are neglecting to remember is that like Cosby Show used to rerun and they would get those royalties all the time. And now that Bill Cosby ruined it for everyone.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
They don't air Cosby Show episodes anymore. So like you need that to supplement that income.
No syndication.
No syndication.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that.
Right. So it's obviously it's Bill Cosby's fault, all of this.
By the way, at the end of the day, no matter what your problem is, it somehow is Bill Cosby's fault.
It's either Bill Cosby's fault or Bill de Blasio's fault.
Or Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. Same.
No, by the way, so like when this story came out at first, I've been following it, I was like so upset. I'm like, our generation's disgusting. Like I really, first of all, Trader Joe's is an amazing place. Like it's just wonderful. It has great snacks. Like having a job there is like a very nice job. It's like, it's a very clean place. They have air conditioning. Like it's a great, respectable job. So like when it was going
any form of work is respectable.
Totally.
Like
totally.
there's no, like job, I think that job shaming, even though it's like kind of it sounds like a joke when we say it, like that couldn't be a real thing. It's like,
only in 2018.
That is so vile to like, shit on the way that someone is
supports their family,
earning a living, and
totally
an honest living.
No, totally. Like what? Just because you once worked as a job as an actor, like you have to do that forever. Like sometimes it's hard.
Where's Yancy?
Right, Yancy. Justice for Yancy from Sleepover, who never got another job in her life.
There's so many people out there who like acted and now they don't.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. And I'm glad that all of this happened so that Jeffrey Owens gets the shine that he deserves.
Yeah, and he's like so cute. And he was like, me and my wife were reading the tweets, like we were so shocked, like because it really took a turn quickly. It went viral for like a second in a negative way. And then people were like, wait, this is really fucked up. And then it just started being like praising him. So like, it's just like, it's like so sad. Like imagine just like going viral for like having a job.
I can't. And I shan't.
And I love Tyler Perry being the hero we needed. And this guy's so humble. He's like, I'm not going to take a job because like people think I'm sad about working at Trader Joe's. He's like, I have to provide.
I love everything about this guy.
No, me too. We got to get him on the toast.
Totally.
I know he was on GMA recently, but maybe he can make it. Maybe he can make it to the big times.
I saw last night when I was watching The Bachelor that GMA has a new daytime program, GMA Day.
They're really trying hard to compete.
With Michael Strahan and a blonde girl.
Oh yeah, they're trying super hard to compete with Today's Show, and like they never will. But the one thing they have is The Bachelor because they always get the exclusive.
And Michael Strahan, great at his job.
And Kelly Ripa's good too, but she's not Good Morning America. I'm talking about GMA, like Robin Wright and the George Stephanopoulos lookalike. I forget his name. It's not working for me.
No, they're no
maybe
Hoda.
Maybe they need a prestigious 1 hour show at 10:30 just to glam it up.
Just to shake it up, Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, next story that shook the world. Kim Kardashian shuts down rumors of her affair with Drake. Quote, never happened, end of story.
There was this crazy
An
theory.
investigative Twitter thread picked up steam over the weekend in an attempt to once again connect the dots between Drake's subliminal hints that he's been romantically involved with Kim Kardashian in the past. Kim had enough of the noise and quickly shut down the rumors of an affair with the Sixth God on Monday. Nick Cannon appeared as a guest for an episode of Complex's Everyday Struggle last week, where he described the theory of Drake and his ex-girlfriend Kim Kardashian having sexual relations as, quote,
Who's ex-girlfriend? Nick Cannon?
Unclear.
That's
Billboard.
weird.
Unclear Billboard.
That's weird grammar.
Quote, isn't a far-fetched thought. The Shade Room picked up Cannon's thoughts and Kim K hopped into the comment section to swiftly diffuse the spreading tabloid fodder and let everyone know that nothing allegedly happened between her and Drizzy. Quote, never happened, end of story, she abruptly wrote on Instagram. So there's a whole Twitter thread that really goes in-depth into the lyrics and makes a strong case.
Well, it was all really weird because it's like, who's Kiki? And like
and then
only
it's like,
person
Kim.
the only person who's ever publicly been called Kiki is Kim.
And
She's
Kiki
Keeks.
Palmer. And if it's not Kiki Palmer...
Honestly, I want it to be Kiki Palmer. I love her so much. And I only want the best, most amazing things for her in her career.
You have to look at her Instagram because she did her own In My Feelings video because she's Kiki.
Of course, because she's Kiki.
And she makes these videos that are so funny. You would love them.
She's so multi-talented. She's an amazing singer, dancer, and she's hilarious.
I love her so much.
I love her.
But anyways, back to the Kiki of it all. Kim Kardashian is Kiki. Like, she's Aunt Kiki.
Right.
She's Keeks.
Keeks.
She's no Aunt Sneetches.
No.
That's for sure. That would be like if Drake had a song called Sneetchy. Like,
Do
duh,
you
it's
love
about...
me? Are you riding? Say you'll never ever snitch because you're snitchy and I want you. No, it's weird.
I saw Drake in concert this weekend.
By the way, I'm not a big Drake fan music-wise, but that stage.
That stage was so cool. It was really good. He had these girls who danced in a few songs, and like I wish they were out there the whole time. Like they were such good dancers, and it was all like they were all doing different things. It was like it was freestyle.
Improv.
And I don't think they learned a routine except for a few different things, and I was just like loving them.
Yeah.
But he was great. Migos came out. French Montana came out.
Ooh.
Yeah, because like he did it for Brooklyn.
The Khloe Kardashian of it all.
The Khloe Kardashian of it all. And
was Zach like having the time of his life?
Yeah, he loves Drake, but he doesn't love his new stuff as much. That's what he said.
Was Drake Zach's bar mitzvah theme?
No, Drake wasn't around.
Oh, what was Zach's bar mitzvah theme? Like
he
hip-hop?
at the movies.
Oh, why did I think it was hip-hop?
Because it would be.
Yeah, because he's like he loves hip-hop.
He loves hip-hop.
Z at the movies.
He doesn't love this new
era.
album. But it was a great show. We went with Kristen and Pete. We had such a lovely time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Because I saw Kristen was there too. That's so cute.
We were next to each other.
Thanks for the invite.
Oh, everyone was gone. It was Friday. Anyways, so she's saying never happened. And the way that she went about it, like just replying on Instagram, makes me believe her.
Right, because if it was true, she would have ignored it.
But the signs, like, they're just so crazy. And it's like, if you look at so many lyrics, it's like, it's so obvious. And then the fact that Drake never responded to Pusha T's diss track because what he would have said about Kanye would have been unforgivable is what people are saying.
Okay, but yes, the thread had so much evidence. But I read a thread over the weekend that had so much evidence that, like, when I started reading, I'm like, this is so dumb. And then by the end, I was like, oh my God, Lady Gaga had this girl killed. But, like, she didn't. You know what I mean? So it's, people on the internet are just so creative that, like, the theory probably sounded like it had a lot of gravitas behind it, but it wasn't true. Do you know what I mean? This Lady Gaga one is wild.
But, like, I could see Kim and Drake together.
No, me too.
And it's like crazier shit happens in Hollywood every day where it's like non-consensual sex.
Right.
So, like, the two of them having
Getting
consensual
together.
sex.
Good. Nice.
They live down the street, and
Yeah.
like, you know, everyone in Hollywood is like, there's no laws for them. So
Lawless.
like, maybe the rules of marriage don't apply all the time.
Maybe.
But it's like the public would never understand that, so Kim can't
right.
explain it.
Kim can't explain it. Okay.
You know? But like, if
Right.
it did happen, like, I don't think that's so crazy. And like, I'm sure Kanye knew, and
Yeah,
it's just
and
all
he
part
allowed
of the world.
Or he watched. Or, because you know what they say about Kanye.
Yes. No, but
So
like,
Kim allows Kanye to do stuff, and Kanye allows Kim to do stuff.
so it's really not so crazy. What
Yeah.
does Enty say about it? Has he said anything
About the Drake thing?
about Drake and Kim?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Enty Entersons?
He's been busy launching his own podcast. It's 11/11, make a wish.
Okay, next story, before I decide if we're going to do a sixth one.
Okay.
Amazon joins Apple in the $1 trillion club.
Ooh.
Amazon briefly joined the $1 trillion club on Tuesday, becoming the second U.S. company to reach the milestone market cap in as many months. The e-commerce giant saw shares rise to $2,050.50 just before noon, putting its valuation just about $100 billion behind Apple, which crossed the line a little over a month ago, as the Morning Toast reported. That may sound like a huge sum separating the two, but Amazon could actually surpass the iPhone maker in a short order. The stock's 74% gain this year is more than double that of Apple, and its shares of both companies keep the same pace. Amazon could close the gap by the end of the year.
Well, here's the thing. What the article fails to mention is that the reason they passed the $1 trillion line so quickly is because I moved, and I've been ordering literally everything from Amazon, and it's coming the next day. And I find it really shocking that the first company in America to reach the $1 trillion mark was Apple. Like, I really thought it would have been Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
But Apple's, I feel like, has been major and successfully
longer.
major for longer. Like, Amazon really didn't start taking over the world until, like,
2 years ago.
yeah, 3-ish years ago. Because remember when they were just books? Like, when I was in college, like, Amazon you just thought of as books.
Textbooks.
So, like, but I knew that they, like, had a partnership with Sephora and, like, Karmaloop, and I could buy clothes and makeup. But I could always just say out from the credit card statement, like, it was
It was books, yeah.
So I'll always have that college benchmark. And it wasn't until after I graduated that they were, like, Whole Foods, Alexa, listening, government,
No, but
et cetera.
I'm talking about just, like, when we were in camp, like, if you needed anything, you would, like, get on your BlackBerry and order it, like, sunscreen from Amazon, and it would come in 2 days.
But we would order it from Amazon because we could pass it off as something more legitimate.
No, because it was the best place for it, and it had the 2-day shipping.
I don't think everyone was ordering from Amazon, but now with like the Prime era, it's a whole nother world out there.
No, it's just like when you think of all the facets of Amazon's business, it's really quite startling. Because you have Amazon, you have Prime Pantry, you have Prime Video, you have the Whole Foods of it all, you have Kindle, you have Alexa, Echo, all the Fire Stick. Like, there's just so many, like, there's so many divisions.
The original content, transparent.
Right. Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Totally.
So good for them, but it wasn't always that way, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like we were really early on the Amazon train because we were just early adapters to online shopping in general.
Yeah.
Like, it really,
Lazy.
it really caters to our needs. But I'm happy for them. And
You know what I realized? Like, when you don't know what to say, you always say,
say,
I'm happy for them. Or like, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her, so it's okay. That's how you, like, end.
yeah, but then I was gonna say it's well earned, and I'm looking forward to the next American company to hit the $1 trillion line.
People are just, like, so afraid of Amazon. They're like, it's taking over the world. And I'm like, yeah, it's taking over the world. I fucking love Amazon. It makes my life so goddamn easy.
And like, someone's gonna take over the world, and if it's Amazon, I think we'll all live.
Right, like, people are afraid of Amazon. Like, yes, it is sad that the mom and pop drugstores are going out of business, but, like, as a consumer, I'm like, great, everything's cheaper now and comes faster. Like, what could be better? Oh, and it comes straight to your door.
Right.
And they can have a drone delivered to
And
my
it's
bedroom.
like the mom and pop drugstores don't even have what you need anymore.
No, and I just heard about the craziest Ponzi scheme going on at a mom and pop drugstore on the Upper East Side.
Really?
Yeah.
And I roam the aisles at CVS looking for what I need for so long because the
And it's
organization
like right in
makes
front of
no
you.
sense and no one works there. And then I have to use one of those self-checkout machines that is literally going to land me in a mental institution.
Jackie, I stole unintentionally a heating pad from a CVS with one of those. When I was in college, there was a CVS right across from my dorm, and it only fucking had the self-checkouts. And I was so sick, and I bought so much, and like, I was on a college budget, so like, I was buying all the shit, and then I was like, okay, damn, it was too much money, and the heating pad was $40, so I took it out, but I forgot to take it out of the bag. I just like took it off the machine, and when I got home, I'm like, oh my God, I did not pay for this. And like, this was back when I was still a good person, so I brought it back, and there was like one person who worked there, and he like he was so confused. He like couldn't believe that I was like bringing back stolen merchandise. He was like, what? I'm like, I didn't pay for this. They're like, oh, where'd you get it? I'm like, it was in my house. And the whole concept was like lost on them.
Well, I punched a CVS self-checkout machine this weekend.
You punched?
I punched it.
There's nothing better than when Jackie gets like a little angry because it's so rare.
First I was like, and then I literally punched the
Fist
machine.
or palm?
I might have been palm. I don't think I made a fist, but I literally was like, and then I was like,
What?
it was really crazy.
Was Zach there?
Yeah. I literally like blacked out because what happened was like, you have to put all of your items like on this little shelf so they can feel that you put the item in the bag. And it's like I was having toilet paper and paper towels. Like, how the fuck's that supposed to fit? So I was holding the top. But every time every time I breathed, my finger might go up or something, and it was like going back and back and back. And the woman's there is like, she has talking about the machine. Like, there's a person there who's talking about the machine.
Oh, she won't help you, but she
was like trying to help, but she's like, she's got a mind of her own, the machine. I'm like, so do you. Can someone check me out? And the machine just kept I was at checkout and then it would go back, please place your item. And I was like, and I just palmed it. And it's like, and you know, I just want to get in front of the story because in case the video ever gets out, like.
Do you ever think about like surveillance videos getting out about you? Because I have one instance where like, if it ever gets out, I don't even want to say it because like someone will go look for it now.
No, like this would be that instance, and I'm getting in front of it, and I want you guys to know, like, they drove me to insanity.
One of the times we were in Atlantic City, like we got back to the room, like literally at 7 a.m, like wasted. I don't know if you were there. You were probably there. Me and Ben were walking to our room, and like I never do this, but like I was so drunk, I just like lifted up my shirt and my bra, and I was like. I never do that.
That's hilarious.
And it was so crazy. And like when I was like, Ben was like, you're crazy. But like it was like no one was there. So like nobody saw it. And it was like my husband. But like then I'm like, the security. And now like every couple months, like I'll wake up at night and be like, the security. Like someone's gonna.
Now TMZ's on the lookout. And they're
Totally.
also going to my local CVS. Like, it was a dark moment for me. And I literally had to go back to that CVS, not the next morning, to get eggs, and I was like hanging my head in shame.
You were embarrassado?
I was embarrassado, but when I went there the night before, like I was made up and looking glam, and when I went there the next morning, I looked like terrible, so they probably thought I was a different person.
Okay, good.
Truly.
Well, I used to live on top of a Trader Joe's. I mean, wait.
A CVS.
No, I used to live on top of a Trader Joe's, but
Yeah.
I don't know why we're talking about that.
Because the Cosby Show.
Yeah, maybe, I just had like a delayed thought. Like I was
Yeah.
thinking that when you were talking about the Trader Joe's thing, but whatever.
And just like one more little tidbit, a sixth story, just to like.
But Bibiana has a flight, so we have to go.
Oh shit. Just like Noach Cyrus and Lil Xan's very public
God.
breakup and the Charlie Puth of it all.
So they've been like putting screenshots on their Instagram stories, like breaking up. Like they haven't spoken to each other. I don't think in like a week.
They broke up via Instagram stories.
One of them-
and that's the future.
No, and like there was this meme that they sent of Charlie Puth that was like in the text conversation of like him being a porn star. It was so funny. I just think like that relationship was doomed from the start.
I don't know them. Like I don't care to know them, but I just really appreciate seeing Charlie Puth involved.
And what has he spoken about it at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're gonna break for 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna go grab Bibiana. If you have any questions for her, I'm watching on Facebook, Jackie's watching on YouTube, about Paradise, about Colton, about anything, about her jade roller, just let us know, drop a question for BB Jules. We will be back in a minute, so stay tuned. We are back with the one-name wonder, Madonna herself, Bibiana. You are a one-name wonder. What is your last name?
Julian.
Julian.
I have
BB
two
Jules.
first- yeah, BB
You have
Jules.
your firstie lastie.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
No, but she's firstie lastie is someone who you have to say their last name with their first name. She's the opposite.
Okay, you and I disagree
She's
on
a
this.
one-name wonder.
You and I disagree on this
One-name
because firstie lastie is also someone whose first name and last name are both like names, like Barry David. They're both like first names. You know
Okay,
what I
but
mean?
he's also a firstie lastie because you have to say both.
That's true. His whole
Anyways,
family is.
Welcome to the toast.
Straight
you.
from Mexico.
This is seriously a dreams come true. I'm like, what is
Same.
life these days?
This has been a long time coming because
We met at the Super
love you.
Bowl.
We met at the Super
Yes.
Bowl, which was just the greatest
And
weekend
I was
ever.
so
Magical.
drunk. And I don't remember, but do you remember that I accidentally stepped on that woman's foot, and she happened to have been like the head of something for AT&T, and like she was like throwing the
She's-
party that we were at, and she like literally cornered me in the bathroom.
Yes, I remember
That was really scary.
But she's so sweet.
Oh, you know her?
I know
Let me
her.
tell her I'm sorry. It was really an
Yeah,
accident.
her name is Karen. She's
my God, Karen, I'm
like,
so
she's
sorry.
such a queen.
Yeah.
She's all about this world
Is
and like
she?
digital creators.
Does she wanna
She's like
sponsor the
all
toast?
about everything and anything like.
Okay,
you
I'm
guys
really
are
sorry.
doing.
I was
Yeah.
super
We're
drunk
really-
and I stepped on her foot, and like I can imagine that someone like me stepping on someone's foot hurts. So I'm really sorry, Karen.
Anyways, we are so happy to have you here. We have so many questions for you, and
We just have to jump right in.
we just have to
go
take
for
it
it.
from the beginning.
Okay.
You were on Ari's season, and you just did not get, like, justice was never served for you. And
Ever.
it really still makes me upset that you set up that date for him, and then he took it with Lauren.
And
Right.
did he
well,
know?
not Lauren, not just Lauren, like Becca, like everybody in the house went on this date, but me.
It was a revolving door.
Did he ever
so-
find out that you set it up?
I don't know if he did. I mean, I
probably
think
watched
maybe
it on
in
the
the
show,
end, yeah,
yeah.
he was just like, okay. But you know, it's so hard to pay attention to all these women,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I really wanted to make like all these girls are getting really creative with like what they were doing for him, and I was like, okay, well maybe I need to do something where
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit more comfortable, where I can talk to him, because every time I went to talk to him, it was in this space where like anyone can come in and interrupt.
Right.
So I was like, what if I do something more private or cute? Then just epic fail.
No, it
That
was
was
so
so
Epic
funny.
fail. I was like, at this point, it's like I've tried way too much right now. I feel like this dude doesn't like me, and it's not gonna work out.
That was so
clearly.
funny and so sad, and like, but I'm really, I was sad for you, but I really am a big fan of Lauren and Ari, and so I'm really like, I'm almost happy it didn't work out between you two. What are your thoughts on them? Because the whole world hates them.
I always thought it was gonna be Lauren, because the previous day where we had the wrestling match, like Lauren interrupted me, and she spoke to him twice. And you can tell that she was like really nervous, and he just had like I'm big on energy. Like his energy shifted completely when he saw her. So I was like, okay, guy is not into me at all. Like this girl just walked by, and he was shook to the core. And then with this whole date thing, you can tell he was really trying to take more time with her to speak, because he's like, can I have 5 more minutes? And so when Becca was announced as, you know, like Ari's choice, obviously everybody loves Becca.
Right.
But I was a little bit shocked that it wasn't Lauren.
Wow.
And then it all comes around full circle. They're
Right.
so cute together. They're so happy. I know
They're so
people think
happy.
that like I'm a hater and stuff, but like really, that's what
Me-
it's about.
yeah.
The show's about finding your wife. He
Yeah.
might have gone through some struggles, but he found his wife.
And he
Totally.
totally did Becca right, because then she got to be the Bachelorette, and
He
now
could
she-
have, if he
And
waited
now
2
she
more
found Garrett.
weeks and broken up with her, she wouldn't have had time to become the Bachelorette.
No time
So he
to
did the
recover.
right thing.
and now she's so happy. So it all worked out the way it was supposed to. And then
Exactly.
you went on Paradise, which is where you were meant
Meant
to
to
be.
be.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the Paradise logistics, because we always say like it looks like a good time, but like the heat and the hair and the makeup,
It's brutal.
it is, right?
It's brutal. So like walking around the city yesterday, I was like, I feel like I'm back in paradise.
Really?
Like what in the world?
It's
Except
that
like you
humid.
have a breeze and
Yeah.
you're by the ocean. But it's that humid, it's that hot. I gave up on life. Like what am I gonna do my makeup for?
Totally.
But you also like are such a natural beauty. No,
Thank
and
you.
I'm obsessed with your look, and it's
Me
so
too.
different from some like the girls on the show are
All look the
all
same.
beautiful. They all kind of look the same and like have the
Really?
same like contour, like just everything. And I just feel like you bring such a different vibe.
Fresh.
And I feel like
Thank
you've
you.
thrived in Paradise.
Yeah.
Yet, and this really bothered me, there were like really not a lot of eligible guys there.
I get along with all the guys. So I wouldn't say that there wasn't. I just, you know, I've had my series, like, why do you sign up for the show? Because
Right.
you have your series of bad relationships,
Yeah.
right? And like not blaming my exes, but
Right.
just, you know, things don't work out. And so you go on to this whole thing where you think that these guys are gonna be really serious.
Yeah.
You know, there are relationships that come out of that and are really successful from Paradise, but it's like 3 out of the 10.
Right, for the most part, not everyone's there to, like, find a wife.
I just wasn't one of the people that got lucky
Totally.
this year.
Right.
That's true.
When you went into Paradise, like who were you hoping to meet?
So it's a little bit weird for me to say this now because I'm kind of like friends with these guys, and so once you get to know them, but
Yeah.
originally
Once
like,
you get to know them, you don't like them anymore.
Well, I mean, it's not that I don't like him. It's just like, you know, you want to tread lightly,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I think Jason in Paradise would have really changed the game,
Yeah.
the dynamic,
Agreed.
entirely. Because had he walked in, nobody would have expected him, and he's just like Jason.
And he's like an eligible bachelor,
Yeah.
like
Right.
a man who wants a wife.
But he was
Right.
holding out for the role of
the
the
role.
Bachelor.
Right. And
It's
then
sad.
Blake would have been. I have like.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm like a top 3 girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like, what's your type? And I'm like, I'm just going to roll with the top 3.
Yeah.
Like,
The most important ones.
Top 3 girls. That's what I am.
And also, it's like Becca weeded them out for you, and here are the best 3 guys.
Exactly.
Was there someone, do they ask you before you go on, like, who you're into?
They do. Especially for the people that are like coming in later.
Yeah.
Right?
So
But
they
they
can talk
tip,
about
yeah, they definitely
So they can break up
ask you. But
relationships.
I'm like an open book, and I always want to approach things like not just fixed on looks or anything,
Yeah.
because I've had really good relationships from guys. I'm like, ew, don't touch me, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I really love you.
Yeah, that's so
Wow.
true.
Yeah.
And I thought that could possibly
Oh my gosh, I
happen
really love you.
in Paradise, but then that didn't happen.
And
know.
it seems like none of the guys you really wanted to meet were there.
Yeah.
Becca's
So
top
I
guys.
mean, we can like somebody kept like a few of them were like, "Oh, you're closed off," and it's like, okay, no, I take this seriously. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want a boyfriend just to have a boyfriend. Like, I don't need like you come out of a relationship in this and you get like 1,000 more followers than everybody else. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't really need to have a relationship. Like, I really want this to be for real,
real.
and someone that I can spend my time with. And just because I'm not vibing out with you within the first 3 days and straddling and making out with you,
Totally.
like, hello, work for the goods. Like,
Totally.
I know what I can provide.
Thank
Like,
you.
hello.
That's not
Some of
closed
these
off.
guys are a little lazy. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm closed off. Like, if you really liked me, you wouldn't
Yeah.
be that lazy.
But the show, like, conditions them just to think that, like, within 6 hours, you can fall in love with someone and they can straddle you.
I mean, I definitely would love that, because
Yeah.
then it's like not wasting my time the rest of
Yeah.
like it really happens with people where it's just like they click and they're like, okay, don't need to look at anybody else.
Yeah.
I was actually like with Jaden Tanner and Carly and Evan the last few days because, you know, the announcement.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were here.
GMA.
And they're so cute. And like that's real. And when you look at these guys, you're like real guys
Yeah.
that were serious about being in a
Have
relationship.
jobs.
You know?
Yeah.
I think like there's a lot with
Yeah.
Paradise that goes on.
So, like, a couple weeks ago, when we were finally going to get the Tia and Colton saga to be over, and Colton was about to go home because Tia gave her rose to someone else, you saved him.
I did.
Now, I think I know the answer. I just would like some clarification. Do they make you do that?
No.
No?
Guys, pay attention to everyone's face in that whole scene. Like, everyone was
Shocked.
shocked. And when you're going into this rose ceremony, you kind of have an idea, like, who's going to pick who. I was, you know, at this point, I hadn't made any connection with anyone. I liked everyone, but I'm someone who's just, like, when things go wrong for people, and you see how like everything around Colton was dramatic. Nobody had a chance to talk to him. You know, like everything was all this drama. The guys, I felt bad for him. I'm like, this guy just walked into Paradise and can't catch a break.
Yeah.
I spoke to him that day, and I'm like, I just want to talk to you because like I feel like I've been hating on you, and I don't know why I hate you.
Right. I don't even know
and it
you.
seems like America's feeling that way too now. So
So we
Explain.
talked.
turn it around.
We talked, and I was like, this guy's such a good guy. He needs a freaking break, and
Yeah.
that's why I did that.
Interesting.
And then you also were the matchmaker who brought them back together and just simplified it, broke it down
Right.
to its parts, and been like, you guys like each other, give it a chance.
Right.
And so thank you for that, because when they were happy, it was really nice.
Yeah.
So has Colton thanked you yet for inadvertently making him the Bachelor?
I literally texted him and I was like, hey, I want 10%.
Said! Do you know how much you're paying him?
No, I
Definitely
don't know.
a lot.
I've always heard rumors, but nobody really knows how
So,
much they get paid.
I've
So I'm
heard
like,
that
what are the rumors?
It's comparable to a year's salary
Salary,
of
because
what
they
you're
have to
just-
stop
right.
working. And he's an NFL player, so, like,
He was. Now he
was.
runs a
Now
nonprofit.
he
shit.
just runs his
oh,
foundation.
nonprofit. Maybe he's making $0.
I think he's he's obviously like I call it the ultimate mic drop because everybody knew that he was a contender, but like
Yeah.
nobody really thought that it was like that serious. It was
Yeah.
just like, you know how like they like to tease you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so annoying.
But watching him yesterday, was it yesterday? I feel like the day was so long.
Yeah.
On
Because
Good
you have to
Morning
wake up so
America,
early to be on
yeah,
TNA.
it's like,
Not like the
4
toast
o'clock.
where you can
Yeah,
sit
you
in.
stroll in at 11.
like, is this for real? People do this for a living?
We do.
I would take that job though. I'm watching him and I was like, he looks so good. He's so dreamy. It's just
Well-spoken.
He's very well spoken. He has all these really great qualities. His foundations go like he has everything running, and he's so careful. Like what people don't realize, like look how cautious he is as a person. Like you'll never hear dirt about him.
Yeah.
He's like
Except for the Aly Raisman thing that we heard today, but it's fine.
But he's just has all these great qualities that you would want in a husband. Like he has his real job, he runs his foundation.
He hasn't fucked
he's
a million
very
women.
focused. You know, like now he just needs. The show is basically giving this guy who hasn't had the opportunity to really have a dating life to date.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's in a
I'm
really
here for
weird
it.
way, but like he deserves it.
I agree.
Granted, Blake and Jason would have been great leads as well. I don't understand why America is so mad.
Me neither.
Us either. We
Like-
just spent 20 minutes talking
Like, it's
about
not
it.
that big of a deal.
He's tall. He's good looking.
Yeah.
He loves dogs.
He's
You can-
rich.
you know, like you can have a baby in no time.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
He's not Nick Vile.
He definitely doesn't have an STD because
He's clean.
yeah.
People don't know how serious that is.
So in order to go on Paradise, you have to pass an STD test, right?
Yeah.
Do you know of anyone who was asked to go on but didn't get to go because they have an STD?
And I don't think that we would ever find that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that they do like a really good job
Of being
But then
discreet?
once you're on the show, you know that person's like a clean person. So
Right.
it's just like you just have to keep on with,
Yeah.
like that track.
That's
and
so
so you're not gonna mess
responsible
it
of
up. Like
them.
how embarrassing is it that like
That's
you get
true.
casted to be on the show and then 7 months later they reach out for Paradise and they're like,
It's like, what did you do in those 7 months?
What?
Who did you do in those 7 months, actually?
That's so crazy.
you don't want to be that person.
No, not at all. So would you ever go back on Paradise? Or you're good?
I don't know, man.
I feel like
I'm fine.
you're not done though.
That's true.
I don't feel like I'm done, but I do like think that like maybe paired like unless I knew 1000% these guys were going that I could actually really be interested in, then I would put myself in that like environment. But I feel like does Wells need another bartender?
Right,
I
yeah,
was
he is the
thinking,
best
like-
scenario.
You would be a great bartender. You and Astrid should bartend. Just giving life
Astrid,
advice left
that's
Do
and
you
right.
love
homie.
Oh my God, we love her.
I'm obsessed with her.
I'm
We need
obsessed
her and
with
Kevin
her.
on the
I
toast.
seriously called her and I was like, I'm starting to talk like you and it's freaking me out.
That's
No,
so weird when you hang out with people, like when you go to camp. Paradise is like camp, and
It
you
is.
hang out with people so much, you start to talk like them.
Yeah, she says like bugged out. So I started
That's
saying
weird.
bugged out, and she's like, "Are you saying bugged out?" And I was like, "Every other word is bugged
It's
out. I
bugging
don't know
me
what
out.
to do."
That's so funny. I'm literally obsessed with Kevin and Astrid, and I hope that they're together watching this right now. And I was laying in bed last night, I couldn't sleep, and I was wondering, like, where are they gonna live? Because he's from Canada. Where does she live? Where is she
She's
from?
in Tampa right now.
Okay.
I think that she would move.
Oh,
To
yeah?
Canada.
Yeah, yeah. I think she went into Paradise, like her lease was up, she
Open.
packed up her stuff,
Ooh.
all this, and she was just like, I'm ready to move somewhere. Like literally that was the conversation we were having before her and Kevin started
Right.
hitting it off. So if things work out great with them, I'm not speaking for her, but the vibe that I get from that relationship is as if like she would be willing to
Yeah.
Yeah.
make the move if necessary.
And Kevin said that last night on the show that she would move to Toronto. And you know what? I guess we're going to Toronto.
I guess, yeah, the toast is hitting the road.
Yeah. Love them.
You were just in LA and you filmed After the Final Rose.
The reunion.
The reunion.
Paradise reunion.
What was that like?
Everybody needs to tune in.
Was it
Like
torture?
it's torture and dramatic.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic that it's just like, oh my gosh, my eyes hurt. Right now.
Really?
Like, but everybody talks about like the most dramatic reunion
Yeah.
ever. At the end, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, it cannot get any worse than this. It's
What?
so crazy. Like, I
Really?
literally can't talk about it, but people are just like, don't have brains
Oh,
and just really don't know how to help themselves.
Right.
Like, think about your life for a second.
dying.
Like, it's so bad.
And
I kind
everyone-
of went off too, so.
everyone is there.
The majority of the cast
Okay.
is there.
The important people.
Who's not there?
Yeah. I don't remember. I
So
think,
they're
like,
really not important.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
maybe people that, like, didn't last or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like I saw everyone.
And
You were on Ari's season. You did not get along with Crystal.
No.
How
I mean,
was
it's not that I
Paradise?
didn't get along. I was just like, bitch, don't fuck with me.
Right. and she was fucking
Can
with
I
you.
curse?
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
Oh yes,
Okay.
please
Keep
do.
going.
No,
Yeah.
she was a lot on Ari's season, and that was not the space for her.
Well, this is the thing. Like, everybody was pissed off. So if you can already tell that I'm someone like I'm a girl's girl. Like,
Yeah.
don't mess with my friends. Like, I will
Totally.
come at you.
Right.
Gretchen Wiener style.
Yeah.
But she was just really pissing people off, and I told her, like, don't be that girl. Like, don't. Everybody here just is trying to get by, and you're just being annoying, and it's you're being annoying.
No, you were just trying to straighten her out.
Yeah.
So, but
And
then
good.
after we were perfectly fine.
Right. And you got along in Paradise?
Yeah, in Paradise, it was kind of just like, people are going to try to make this something that it's not. Obviously, aren't into the same guys, and it was fine. I was like, dude, you're not a bitch.
No, she's like being so normal.
She is normal.
Yeah.
It's just,
The show makes you crazy.
it does. Like, I thought I couldn't get any crazier.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm crazy.
So from the day you got there till the day you left Paradise, how long was it?
I wasn't there. I think filming is like 3 weeks. And so I was there like 10 days in total.
so crazy.
So it's 10 days though, no phone, no
phone, no
TV,
anything.
no books, no magazine, no
I
gym.
seriously don't even, I tried to journal, but everything's such a
Yeah.
a blur that it feels like it was longer.
Oh my God, for sure, it's like jail.
No, and we're watching it. It's like you were there for a month and a half.
And that's
Yeah.
what they try and make it seem like, yeah. Like
Yeah.
every 3 days is a week.
Yeah.
Well, that's why when people flip-flop so quickly, and that's the other thing, in my head, I'm like, okay, if I'm not heavily if I'm really not interested in these guys, why am I going to sit here and make out with them?
Right.
What if my Mr. Great walks in and perfect,
Totally.
and then he finds out that I've been
Macking
slutting it
it.
around?
Yeah, totally.
He's just going to be like, well, I would kind of feel the same way if I walked in and I liked this guy, and then I found out that
He was making
just
out with
being
someone.
okay, how serious are you?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure, I really, it's not like I'm desperate for a boyfriend, but I'm not going to waste my time.
No, you're not desperate just to make out with someone on
Yeah.
TV.
That Kenny kiss, ooh.
Oh my God, stop. That's why I think you could go back to Paradise, because it's you didn't even try to make that happen where it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's we just need a new crop for you. And we were talking about this. That's the problem with Paradise. It's it's so close to after The Bachelorette that all the good guys are hoping to be the Bachelor,
So they never
and they
even
don't go. And then they come a year later, Eric. They don't know what they
Robbie
want.
Hayes.
They had a year of fame and
Robbie Hayes.
right? And Robbie Hayes, a year of fame and girls in their DMs, and then they're not serious anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a problem.
I thought about, but do you really think that people like Jason or Blake do Paradise next year?
Yeah, I think Jason will
think-
be in Paradise
you
for
think?
sure with his
Yeah.
vampire hair. Sucking
It
the
might be
blood,
shorter.
Sucking the blood out of
It
everyone.
has to be short.
I like his hair.
Oh my
You
God,
like
no.
the curl?
Well, when I met him in person, his hair was shorter. I feel like it gives him Robert De Niro vibes.
No, literally his
mafia
ear,
style. I'm into the guy that looks like a badass.
Honestly,
His hair curls around his earlobes. I can't.
wait, so you've
Oh my
met
God.
him and you're saying it's not a match? That you're just friends?
Jason.
Because I could see
Jason,
it.
you can see it.
I could see it.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, we
I've
could
met
see
him.
it.
I've met him, and we're friends. But he was supposed to be the Bachelor, so it's
He was holding out.
do you, and I like being friends with people, and then whatever. If things happen in the future, then it happens. But you can't be that thirsty.
I mean, you
this
can,
is a
but-
family.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you have good relationships with everyone, and
Totally.
you're not just throwing out thirst everywhere.
Totally. I just feel as far as having gone on the show, going to Paradise, you've had an ideal experience.
And Winter Games.
And Winter Games.
Oh gosh, I saw that people kept asking about Jordan.
Yeah.
Can I just clarify
Please.
that there's a lot of things that weren't seen on Winter Games? I never blindsided him. I just felt a lot of pressure because the last relationship that I had been in, the guy, we went 0 to 100 real quick, and he was also a foreigner and all these things that really scared me. So
Too similar.
And we had a horrible relationship. So it was a lot of things that were really similar. I was this isn't the kind of person, I know I need stability. I need someone that's less wishy-washy, someone who knows it. Not saying anything bad about Jordan,
Yeah.
but at that point when I saw him freaking out, I was I freak out, so I can't be with someone who
Yeah.
freaks out, and then I freaked out even more. So
If you are looking for someone with stability, I would suggest looking other places than The Bachelor.
Right. I think Astrid was can we just you need to you've given it a
Yeah.
full year run,
Go to a
stop
bar.
dating Bachelor people. I was okay.
Before
Get
we
on the
wrap,
apps. I'm all about the apps.
the apps. We got
Really?
the
Yes.
most questions for you about your skin because you're always jade rolling, and I got a jade roller because you have one. I copied
gosh,
you.
I love that
I keep it
thing.
in my freezer.
Right, so I've been traveling with mine and I haven't put it in the fridge, and so I'm just literally, I opened my makeup bag today and I was I haven't rolled.
Yeah. What does it do?
It's just it doesn't do anything, it doesn't stimulate collagen, but it just helps with depuffing.
Yeah.
The spoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
That trick,
And
right?
'cause if it's
and then
cold.
you roll upwards, and it's just really good to just help with your circulation.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe it doesn't do all this fancy stuff, but it feels great.
Right.
It does,
And
especially when
better
it's
than
cold.
nothing.
Have
No,
you
and
had
I
a
get
hangover and then done it?
Oh,
It's
no.
I'm
my
this.
God.
This is
Well, because
amazing.
I have this line in the middle of my forehead that I'm gonna get Botox for soon, but until then, I roll it, and sometimes it gets smaller. I just roll
Yeah.
the shit out of it.
Well, because you're stimulating circulation. It's just
Stimulation.
massages.
But what is your skin routine? You have you really do have amazing
so I will
skin.
say people complimenting on my skin is huge because about 3 years ago, maybe 2 and I don't know, few years back, I had to get on Accutane because apparently there's adult acne.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing. Like, I never had acne when I was 13, and then all of a sudden, it was just crazy.
No, that sucks.
And I went through a year. It was, like, right before my sister's wedding. I went through a year. We're trying to figure it out. I think birth control is the devil, too, because it didn't help.
The hormones.
Yeah. So then my dermatologist was like, okay, you've been going at this for a year. Like, my skin got a little better for some time. And she's like, but at this point, like, let's put you on Accutane. It was horrible.
It drives you out like crazy.
Drives you out like crazy. Like, I only recommend it to people that, like, really feel like they need it. But then, fortunately, I have good skin. It's genetics, too, where, like, scarring, I can scar, but, like, eventually, if I sunblock like crazy, it'll heal. So I never got, like, the big, like...
acne scars.
Right. But I was always, like, sunblock.
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting.
I use, like, this stuff. It's all the stuff that they sell in dermatologists just because, like, medical grade stuff is just, like, a little better. And then it doesn't clog your pores. It's, like, Elta MD. It's, like, super sheer sunblock. And then I've recently got into SkinCeuticals. Have you guys heard of that stuff?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I just, like, went all out and got, like, this... it's like this intensifier that helps with, like, promotes salicylic, like, it has salicylic acid. Anything that says promotes collagen or helps, like, anything renewal, I'm all about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
One more question for you.
SkinCeuticals.
Actually, we have two questions.
Okay.
More questions about the logistics. Is there a boom boom room in paradise? Like, have these couples who are in love, like, had sex?
I don't know because I left before things got, like, really dirty.
Wait, like,
But yeah, like,
how
how did honestly, like, it's 3 weeks, and, like, if you're with this person 24/7, it's the equivalent of dating someone for 6 months. Like, I would want
To
get
at
laid.
least sleep together.
DJ.
Like,
Right,
to sleep in
to
the
sleep
same
together.
bed.
So, like, sometimes, like, they say, well, there's a few boom boom rooms, and there's also, like, AC in there. So
I would hang out in there.
would, if I had a boyfriend,
Oh my
I'd be
God.
like, we're sleeping together.
Totally every
day.
night.
Right.
And there's
Every
no
day.
cameras in there.
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. And then the other question that we have is, so the girls we see are doing their makeup outside.
Oh my God, this is
What
the part I
is
can't
that
get over.
form of torture?
Okay, because the room is outside. Like, it's an open area. Like, everything's open. So, like, your rooms are open. There's, like, a huge balcony. So, literally, like, the dressings part, it's, like, at the part of the patio of the dressing room.
Yeah, it's like the terrace.
Yeah.
Like, you could see it to the ocean.
I couldn't do my makeup. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
No, I would not.
I can't do this.
It's
I'm
everyone's, like,
I literally
glowing.
would only do my makeup for rose ceremonies. I mean, I was only there twice. I don't know what I would have looked like at the end of it. Astrid literally said, I look like the naked mole rat from Kim Possible by the end of the season.
No,
She's
Tia's
like, I look like the
hair-
naked mole rat.
Tia has so much hair, and Raven in last season, all I could think about is, like, my thick hair. Like, how do they survive? I would have to get a bob before going.
Yeah.
You're poised for success.
Yeah.
Well, I have curly hair, so there's, like, the first rose ceremony. I was like, what is that frizz crap on my head? Like, someone help, get her a scrunchie, put your hair up. That's why the last rose ceremony, I was like, at least my hair looked good because it was, like, slicked back.
Do you watch every episode live?
No,
The
like
ones that you're on.
Well, yeah, but then, like, now, like, I've been here, so it's
and
just
you're not on
like,
it,
you
so who
know,
cares?
when I was like, I hung out with my friend yesterday, and it's just like to have your friend, like, sit down, let's watch 2 hours of Paradise. I will catch up, like, on the plane ride home. Like, I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, like, my friends, like, if I text them, I want to know the deal, but I'm like, I don't know what happened. I can't.
Oh, that's
it's
so
just
funny.
wait. Or
And also, like, how they're spinning it, because the editing this season has
Out
been
of control.
sloppy as hell.
really.
Yeah, you can tell by everyone's outfits. They're putting days, like, it's so crazy.
I guess it's like, so you know how things happen, right? And, like, watching it back, like, you know the deal.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't, you don't really catch all
You
that
don't-
stuff.
Oh, that's so true. Like, you know what's
And
you
it's
know
just
the
like, we
outcome.
know the deal. Like, we know what just happened, so
Yeah.
it's fine. But, like,
Right.
I seriously called Astrid right before getting, I was like, how bad were the episodes last night? She's like, I feel like last night was like, nothing crazy happened. Kevin and I said some funny stuff, and I was like, I need to know what if they ask me something. And she's like, basically, it's like a filler episode, because, like, all the drama happened on Monday. So then, like, there's always that episode, and then, like, I feel like Monday's episodes are like,
yes.
And then
everything
so that,
happened.
So that
Yeah.
you watch Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then
now
Tuesday
it's
gets
just
ready
like,
for the next Monday.
Right.
Shoshana's just a witch, and
oh my
I don't
gosh,
care.
can I say I met her at the reunion? She is so cute. She's so cute. She's petite and little. Is she not? What happened?
We're not buying it.
I don't. She's cute. Everyone is cute.
Everyone's cute.
looking.
She's annoying.
She's so annoying, and, like, I don't know what she's trying to
Oh
accomplish.
my gosh,
there.
I need to watch the episode. I think
Oh,
she's,
yeah.
like, maybe she just got a bad edit.
Maybe.
What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
you really never know.
Yeah. True. They don't.
Everyone's probably just nice and lovely. And so far, everyone we've met
Everyone
has
we've
been
met,
nice
it's
and
just
lovely.
like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Even when we say mean things about
I mean,
them.
who do you not like?
Vanessa Grimaldi,
Nick Viall.
Sarah
Vandal,
Vandal.
but she's out of, like,
I
she
don't even
doesn't
know who
do
that.
much.
Oh,
She's the worst. Should I go on?
No.
Oh, Becca Martinez, not here for her at all.
Oh, somebody asked like why she wasn't on Paradise. It's like, hello guys, she went public. Like she has a boyfriend. She's been having a boyfriend.
Well,
Yeah.
We heard something else.
we heard otherwise, but it's fine. I'll tell you later.
But honestly, you would probably know better than us.
But we
we
heard
had
it.
it on
We
good
heard it from
authority.
someone who knows better than all of us.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you
Okay,
later.
so we need to know.
Yeah.
Just quickly, I met Rachel Lindsay because I met her
The
in Winter
angel.
Games, but it was really quick. Like it was like you can't talk to the superstars.
Right.
And I hung out with her.
And she's everything.
I feel like my life is complete.
I know.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I met Rachel Lindsay. Like I feel, and
She
she likes me,
is-
which is important.
First of all, she is the coolest girl ever.
She is.
I only want her to think I'm cool. Like I crave acceptance and validation
Same.
from Rachel Lindsay.
It's
she's
important.
so epic and so smart, and she like makes me feel dumb because she's like still a lawyer. She's like so damn smart, and I only want amazing things for her and Brian, like a life filled with happiness until they're 90.
Her ads are everything.
She's everything.
She's hilarious.
She's everything.
I'm like, I love you.
I love her.
you.
Do people tell you that they remind you of that you remind them of Alexis?
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that the other day.
Yeah, just because of like our personality
Yeah,
and like
and you
how
do kinda look
spunky we
similar,
are.
just brunette.
Yeah, a lot of the girls from like I've become friends with the girls from Nick's season, and they all say like you belonged in our season. Like
Yeah.
they're just like you belonged in our season.
Yeah, I
Totally.
actually thought you were on Nick's season, not ours. It's so hard to remember what season everyone's from. You have very Nick season, which is a good thing, not Nick.
Okay.
But
Yeah, he had a good group of girls. Undeserving.
undeservingly. But you do have to make a flight, so we will let you
And
go.
we have to go to Camp Toast.
But where can people keep up with you on everything skin related and
Everything.
Bachelor?
Well, I think I'm gonna get into the whole skin thing
You
on
should.
IGTV, which
Yeah.
is like it's baby_Jules.
Baby
That's
underscore
everything.
Jules.
Everything is like the same.
Yeah.
Just to like not confuse
So make sure to
people.
follow for premium content. Also, make sure you're following The Morning Toast because we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you subscribe there. We're also available for those commuters in the podcast app. And I think that's it, right?
If you're looking for more toast throughout the weekend, patreon.com/themorningtoast, because we will not be back in studio until Wednesday because it's Rosh Hashanah, you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Make sure to keep up with The Morning Toast on Instagram all this weekend. If you're coming to Camp Toast, we can't wait to see you there. Make sure you're in the Camp Toast Facebook group. And I believe that is it. Sayonara.